Hey everyone, welcome to the second largest county in California, San Diego. We're here today to talk about something I've been asked about quite a bit, which is masks. What do people think about masks? Why are they wearing them? Do they think it's an acceptable use of government power to impose these mandates? And what do they actually know about the science? Join us. Do you wear a mask? Why and why not?
I do. I just took it off a moment ago, and I do because I'm not only protecting myself, I'm protecting others in case I have COVID and I don't know it.
Well, I do where it's required.
And why?
Well, because it's required. Otherwise, I wouldn't wear a mask. I used to sell products, blood filtering system to hospitals that would filter down to 8 microns. You could drive a bus through this.
Yeah, I do.
And why do you wear one?
Because I don't want to contribute to more disease in the country, and because I believe it helps, hold down the numbers of people that get really sick, and actually it's a life-threatening disease.
I don't wear a mask most of the time. Sometimes I'm forced to wear a mask if they don't let me into the grocery store or something I need to buy. But in my business, I'm a small business owner. I have 2 businesses, and I never wear a mask, no.
Do you think the universal mandating of masks is an acceptable or ethical use of government power?
Absolutely not. I know the science behind it. I worked in the science industry for years. It's all political. It has nothing to do with the efficacy of a mask.
Absolutely not, no. I think that, there's more than what they tell us. I think there's a lot of politics involved, and I think that we should have the freedom to want to use it or not.
If we had a plague, from the past, there'd be no question about it. Initially I didn't think that way, but I do now, because we've lost 100,000 or a couple of 100,000 people from this disease already, and that makes it very real.
No. I mean, everybody has the right to decide for themselves for what's good for them to do. I do what's good for me, and I have my family doing what's good for us as a family. But who is to tell somebody what else they should be doing?
Are you concerned at all that the death rates have declined since April, but some of these mandates are getting even stricter 6 months later in October?
I'm from a state where we're rolling up and down. We go from a stage 4 back to a 3 and back to a 4. It's bouncing all over the map.
Like, where's our freedom? This is the free country of the world, and it's not like that anymore. You can't even walk outside without wearing a mask. People staring at you or, bullying you. Or in my business, I own a restaurant, so I also serve tables. And sometimes people don't want me to even serve them or take their order. And I've had people just leave.
This is just one of those things. I don't think they have an answer. I don't think they really know what works and what doesn't work. I think they're just trying to do the right thing.
But you don't think that they should be mandated?
Absolutely not.
And so Governor Newsom here in California says that these mandates might go all the way until the middle of next year, possibly longer. Are you prepared to wear a mask for the next few years?
Absolutely not. Hell no.
And what about every flu season after that?
No. Why didn't we wear masks when we had the bird flu? Why didn't we wear masks when we had the other types of flus that were involved years ago? We didn't wear masks. Wasn't even thought about to wear a mask. It is a politically driven scenario by people in the government that want to show power.
Absolutely not. No. No, I don't. No, I don't.
I think that Governor Newsom is all about his politics, and I think that he's doing what's right for him as a political person wanting to be reelected. I don't know that he's necessarily doing what's right for the people of California.
Good question. I would think so. If they're put us at risk, like what my opinion is we've lost a lot of people. If another disease shows the same thing, yeah, I don't mind wearing a mask.
Scientists have been studying mask usage for many decades, usually with influenza. If you had to take a guess, how many years of scientific data do you think has actually proven that masks stop the spread of a virus?
Honestly, I think they've never even studied that. I think it's just I think it's a political power type of thing, and just, making us wear a mask and see how many people speak up and how many people don't. And I think most people don't speak up because they're afraid of getting bullied, and they still can't believe that our country, the freedom country of the world, is forcing this upon us. So I think a lot of people don't react because they're still in shock and they just think it's for their own good, or they're just afraid. But definitely for health reasons, I don't think so. No.
Doctors have always worn masks, so 100 years.
Do you think doctors wear masks to stop the spread of viruses?
They stop the spread of germ spreading. I don't know if they're viral or whatever they are.
It's actually for bacteria. They stop the spread of bacteria, which are larger. But a lot of people think that, what you're saying.
Bacteria, virus, whatever.
Yeah, actually, there's been no data until April of this year to even suggest that masks stop the spread of viruses. They've had 40 plus years of data that shows that they don't. And so we actually have 0 years of data to show that. But another thing that most people don't actually know.
I don't know. I believe the Surgeon General, and everybody has their opinion.
And the last question is, do you think that the mask wearing, because they're recommended for 3 years and older, or required for 3 years and older, do you think that the mask wearing is negatively affecting our children?
I am a teacher. You asked a teacher, and I am with the little ones, and it's very, very hard on them. They cry, they don't want to wear them, but they are wearing them. So I think that, they're going with what their mom and dads are telling them to do, but I don't think that they are liking it at all.
Absolutely. I think more kids are becoming like introverts. They're afraid to even play. Even with adults, we're afraid to even hug or give a handshake. It's creating so much fear around the world that people are not even associating.
I think it's asinine and ludicrous to require children to wear masks.
Thank you guys for joining us for this episode in San Diego that was all about masks. And one thing I found really interesting is you had two friends with completely different viewpoints on this. And you know what? They're still friends. And maybe that's because they're part of the older generation where you don't just unfriend somebody because you don't agree with them on one issue. But we'll have more to come on this for part 2. Stay tuned.